How to start sneaker selling in 2023. No get rich quick scheme, no catches, just listen here. Welcome everyone to the off-season channel, and in today's video we're going to be teaching you everything you need to know to kickstart your reselling business. Whether that's if you just want to start a side hustle or whether you want to take it serious, we're here to help. To kickstart this video, we're going to give away a Dunk Low Panda. All you need to do to enter for this giveaway is like the video, subscribe, and comment down your Instagram down below. Let's kickstart the off-season channel on a high. Now let's get into the video. If you don't know who we are, we have two sneaker stores located in Loughborough and in Leicester. So what are we going to cover in today's video? We're going to go over the different avenues of sneaker reselling, what sneakers to look out for, what sneakers resell, and how you can kickstart right now. So let's understand why sneakers resell. The sneaker reselling business has grown massively over the last couple years. But what makes a sneaker resell is all about supply and demand. Put it in simple terms, if the demand outweighs the supply, it creates a resale value. If there's one shoe that everyone wants and there's only 100 pairs of them, so you get an exclusive shoe on a release, everyone wants to buy it, which means they're willing to pay a resale price, and that's where you make your profit. There are many different avenues of sneaker reselling. You have buying on release, which links to botting, you have in-store, you have outlets, you have brick flipping, you have investments, and you have client-based reselling. And there's nothing to say that you can do all of these in your reselling business. So buying on release, how do you get these sneakers on the release date? So there are many different retailers that will get these sneakers on the release, and how they usually drop these is through a raffle. Well, what does this mean? Well, the raffle will get this stock of this sneaker and release a raffle usually about 3 or 4 days before the release date. Within this 3 or 4 days, you can enter your account or accounts into this raffle, and on the release day, you'll be notified whether you win or lose. Some of the main retailers are obviously your Nike and Sneakers, other raffles such as Size Launches, Foot Patrol, JD, Spring, and plenty more. But a raffle is how they'll usually release these sneakers. So you'll be looking to enter these raffles as many times as you can without getting filtered to increase your chances on getting your hands on the sneaker. Now, these sneakers are hard to get, but that's what creates a resale value. So if you're entering 10 accounts that aren't getting filtered by the raffle retailer, you have a 10 times more chance than the average user who's entering one account. And that's also where botting steps in. Botting allows you to enter a lot more than that, which means again you're increasing your chances or even hitting multiple pairs. Well, like I mentioned, a lot of these retailers also get the sneaker in store. This will depend on the sneaker, but you can see sneakers like Panda Dunks, Jordan 4s all release in store within JD. So a lot of people will check their stores very early in the morning every single day to see what stock they have got in. Please do be safe when you're doing this, guys, because we've already seen some horror stories. If you live in a big city like Birmingham, London, Liverpool, and so on, definitely worth checking your stores daily just to see if they get any shoes worth reselling. Brick flipping. Brick flipping is talking about lower profit margin sneakers, however they are more accessible to the normal user. So this shoe might actually be sitting on shelf, or it might be sitting on an online retailer. You can then buy multiple or just one of these pairs, however profit margins aren't going to be massive. A brick flip averages around £10 to £30 profit, but as they are a lot more accessible to the user, a lot of people will buy not just one pair, they'll buy 5 to 10 pairs. Does that mean, well, when you're scaling your business, you're looking at making a lot more profit. So only £15 profit turns into £150 profit if you buy 10 pairs. Outlet reselling. You might have a Nike outlet that's near you. With Nike outlets, you often see very high discounted prices. It's definitely worth checking your outlets to see if there's any good steals. Now, how do you know what to look for and how do you know what to resell? Well, every sneaker will have a style code. Now, the style code will be on the box label at the bottom, just where my finger is. You can see this one starts with DD. Hopefully you can see that okay. If you type this code onto well-known platforms such as StockX, GOAT, it will show that sneaker and you can see how much it's selling for. So if you see something that catches your eye that's on a high discount, check the style code, type it into StockX, and see what the resale price is. It's that easy. Another one I mentioned was investing. Now, investing isn't as popular just because it does take time to make money, but it also does take a lot of capital, a lot of money being used to make it worth your while. Because these sneakers are limited and they are in very high demand, it can cause these sneakers to rocket up in price even after the release. Now, this sneaker here, the Jordan 4 Military Black, is a prime example of this. Retailed for £180. After release, resale was sitting around the £280 mark. We are now 6 months down the line and this sneaker is pushing over £400. So if you bought in at £280 after release, held it for 6 months, you're looking at over £100 profit every single pair that you invested into. And finally, we have client-based reselling, or building a brand for yourself. What this means is by growing your social media platforms and growing a good reputation for yourself, you will find you'll be able to charge more for your sneakers. Now, what does that mean? Well, essentially, if a sneaker on StockX is £200, but you have clients coming to you you for the sneaker, you'll be able to charge more than the market price because they're paying for your service. They know your service is reputable, no hassle, so they'd rather pay a little bit extra to buy it from you. So instead of a sneaker going for £200, you could most likely sell it for 230, 250, or even more. And here is where it can get a little bit complicated. When you have built a good platform for yourself, people will often message you for a sneaker. Now, you may not have this sneaker in hand. However, you can source them this sneaker for you. So then how this would work is you go on the market, see how much you can pick up the sneaker. For example, you can get it for £180. You go to the client and say, I can give you this sneaker for £230, just give me about a week. If they agree, you get the £230, you would then buy the sneaker for £180 and keep that £50 profit cut. And that's how client-based reselling works. I've just mentioned a whole different types of revenue for sneaker reselling. Even if you're only making a couple £100 from these avenues for sneaker reselling, this is then going to add up to be quite a good income. Maybe more than just a side hustle. So what sneakers do resell? Well, this does depend on where you live and what your market is. With me being in the UK at the moment, Jordan 4s are massive. These are some examples of Jordan 4s. So Jordan 4s look like this. Dunks often resell, not as much profit margin as Jordan 4s. It will depend on the different colorway. However, you can definitely see some money made in these. This is the Panda Dunk that you've definitely probably already heard of, but a lot of these style dunks will resell for profit. And then you have your big collabs. For example, Travis Scott often collab with Jordan, creating Travis Scott sneakers. And these will always be big money. For example, this sneaker here, this retailed for £140 and resell is sitting around the £600 to £700 mark. So a lot of money to be made in these Travis Scott sneakers. Definitely worth to keep an eye out on big collabs, such as we previously had Jordan with Off-Whites, and they always go for good money. But your main ones being Jordans, Dunks, and used to be Yeezys. However, there's no more releases of Yeezys now. So when you get these sneakers, should you hold or sell them straight away? When you're just starting out sneaker reselling, I definitely recommend just to keep quick flipping. Every sneaker you get in, you sell, you make a profit, and you keep reinvesting your profits. You should only really be holding a sneaker when you've got quite big capital to work with, and when you get to a point where you can buy a sneaker, put it to the side, and forget about it for many months. Now here are some common misconceptions with sneaker reselling. Jordan 1 isn't just one model. You have Jordan 1 highs, you have Jordan 1 mids, and you also have Jordan 1 lows. And it is pretty self-explanatory. This is a Jordan 1 high. As you can see, it's a lot bigger, and this is a Jordan 1 mid. Now you may not see much difference here, but this is a bit lower, so this is a mid, and this is a high. Jordan 1 mids tend to be better for brick flip, so your lower profit margins. This is because they are a lower retail, and your Jordan 1 highs tend to be a bit more hype, and their retail is a bit higher. So when you start sneaker selling, it may start off slow. It may take you a while before you get your first sneaker, but once you get into the swing of things, once you start learning the market, you can expand this to be a lot bigger and bring in multiple revenue streams. You can learn the market by simply looking at the market of sneakers. You can do this via StockX, you can do this via Go, you can do this via Depop, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Instagram, or even going off the seller platforms. You can even look at more YouTube videos and simply going this way. Now the last point is, what do I recommend when you're first getting into reselling? Well, with all these different markets such as selling used shoes, brick flipping, investing, and so on, this can be a little bit risky when you're starting out. So when you start out, I do definitely recommend my first point, and that one being the releases. Enter the profitable releases via the raffles, because this is the most risk-free and most beginner-friendly. What do I mean by risk-free? Well, even if you enter a sneaker, it arrives, and the market just completely bricks, there's no profit to be made, a lot of these retailers have free returns. In fact, it's actually law, they have to provide returns for all purchases. So even if you got the sneaker and you completely regret it, you can just return it and get all your money back. But it's also the most safe because you can enter the hype releases, and if you strike lucky, you can really build up your capital very fast just simply by quick flipping. Even if you only have £200 to start off with, you hit a Travis Scott, well, you've now got £700. It's the same with these Amamanier Jordan 4s. These retail for £200. Resell on these is around £400. So by quick flipping via releases, it's the most safest way and quickest way to build up your capital and understand the market. Once you get an understanding of the market, you can start delving into the different avenues of sneaker reselling, such as botting, investing, brick flips. Now, I really hope this video has helped you, and please do subscribe to the channel, drop a like on today's video, comment your Instagram for a chance to win a pair of Dunk Low Pandas for completely free. Good luck in all your releases, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.